didn't learn his lesson and was not rehabilitated, and I'm requesting that he receive the maximum sentence allowed by law. Unfortunately, my grandmother told me a long time ago, if you have nothing nice to say about somebody, don't say it. In your honor, at this point, I have nothing good to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. 7, the kidnapping, I sentenced you to 11 years, plus 3 years for the gun. Count 8, the having a weapon while under disability, I sentenced you to 36 months. Counts 9 and 10, there are no sentences because they merged with count 5. Count 11, the disrupting public service and felony 4th degree, I sentenced you to 12 months. The gun specifications on counts 1, 5.
Is that 43 and a half years?
I don't think there's any half. 43 straight, right?
Bullshit, man. Get out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man. Bullshit, man. Fucking bullshit, man. Fucking fucked up, man. Bullshit, man.
Thanks, Deputy.
Fuck, man.
Mr. Butler, ma'am,
What up, everyone? Thank you for coming back to my channel. As always, I do appreciate it. Well, this video right here should be a part of like a Scared Straight documentary. I don't know if any of you all are old enough to remember that documentary, Scared Straight. This guy, now a little bit of backstory. He was on house arrest, ankle monitor, okay? Let that sink in. Pause for a second. Yes, he was on an ankle monitor when he went, and the guy who was talking at first was one of the victims, retired NFL player, had his home broken into with this guy while he had a gun in his hand, scared the living shit out of him. He had to protect his wife and his child. He refused to let him, I think, inside the house to get to his wife and child. The guy ended up running away. He broke into another lady's house, an older woman. I think they said the lady was like 70s or 80s. Now, can you imagine? This dude just pops up in her house with a gun, scared the shit out of her. For a split second, when I heard him hollering, going out of that courtroom, being dragged out, I felt slightly bad, but then I thought about all that, and I thought about how stupid he was for doing this while having an ankle monitor, which means you had an opportunity. They let you out for something before, and you chose to go and do this. So guess what? The judge dropped 40 on your head, 43 to be exact. And your own public pretender was trying to give you 6 more months. He was like, 43 and a half, judge? He's sitting there adding up all the numbers. 12 plus 11 plus 2.5 plus 5. You're like, what's that? 43 and a half, Your Honor? The judge say, no, 43 straight. Take that. And he said, I mean, you see his face. He's going through all the emotions. He's hearing all those numbers adding up, and he like, damn, 12, 5. He's just picturing himself looking like his public pretender when he gets out. He's like, man, I'm gonna look like this motherfucker when I get out all these goddamn years. You sure are, and you earned every single one of them. But that's what happens. Now, I bet you, if you would have ran into this dude on the street, he would have been the toughest gangster. Face tatted up, okay, carrying his guns, not giving a fuck about nothing. Fuck the police, fuck the judge, fuck this, fuck that. Well, guess what? Fuck you now for 43 straight. And you see, he got his kufi on. He was he was hoping Allah was going to help him get out. And I'm going to tell you something. That's what happens when dudes be in jail. You go to jail, and all of a sudden, you want Jesus to help you get out. You want Allah to help you get out. Well, too bad. They're not getting you out of your crimes. You are not getting any grace from Jesus, from Allah, from nobody, when you do what you do, you got to go in front of that judge and you're going to get what they give you, what you earn. And then you hear his mom, 43 years? Yeah, Mom, 43 years. Now, I ain't gonna rag on her because, you know, I mean, I'm just not. But I could see from that response that she was not any benefit to him. I'll just leave it at that. If anything, she was more of a harm to him than a benefit. But in the end, he did the act, and so he has to go away and do that time. But let this be a lesson. This is what what you don't see in the streets. This is what these kids growing up in the streets, jumping in these gangs, doing all this crime and stuff. This is what they don't see when they're out there robbing, shooting, killing, this carjacking. This is what they don't see. This is what they cannot envision for themselves. A 40 clip, you getting out older than your public pretender who's sitting next to you counting up your time like he ain't got a worry on his mind. But there you have it, and you see his face. He going through all the emotions, adding up that time. He know he's scarred. He know it. He like, man. And then at the end, do some bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit what you got yourself into. It's not bullshit that they giving you this 40 clip. It's bullshit that you was out on house arrest doing what you did, and now you sitting here having your public pretender add up your time. That's the bullshit. You bullshitted yourself, and now look at you. Now look at you. And that's 40 years. Listen, that's a long time. He looks like he's in his 20s, at least 60 something when he gets out. But like they say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Fuck around and find out. That's why I always say, everybody, we always got to stay safe so that we can stay free.